Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your end of October 2025 general tarot reading update. It's Rena here. Well, we still are in Libra season as I record this, but then we go into Scorpio season. For Sages like me and like you, it's the 12th house. And I have put out November videos for Sag that really delve into this because it gets really like this in November, but in the last half of October, that's when the sun goes into that area. And but now that, when I'm recording it, it's still Libra season, and that's a friendly angle to Sag. So it can feel very aligned. And you could feel, that 11th house is about gains. So that could be financial gains, hopes and wishes, friends, all being illuminated. And we're going to have a new moon here too next week, as I'm recording this on the 13th. So it'll be close to the end of Libra season. So let's see what all right. I like that. I like how it says, because 10 of Pentacles, big money. Wonderful. Wow. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles is good for money too. So, yeah. The heart of the matter is the 10 of Pentacles. How many Pentacles did I even get? I got 3 of them, I guess. So 10 of Pentacles is big money. This can be money from your family. Yes, it's, probably the premier inheritance card. But it can also be a card that's associated with, like, the family business, or, getting money from your family, but, they're still alive. It's not money from somebody who has crossed over. It can be like money that you are earning yourself that is really, good money, or that you are looking for it. It is. I mean, the central theme card isn't necessarily what is happening. It is what, you want to happen. And you may not be wanting a lot of money because you're greedy. It might be because you have like a specific goal that is going to take a lot to make it happen. And for Sagittarius, I would say that whatever it is, there can be freedom at its core. So and it's interesting that I'm talking about the past position card. We have the 8 of Swords, and you can see by the restrictions that she's being bound, that the person feels like they can't move forward. But it really is an inside job, at the end of the day. It's really what the person is telling themselves. Swords can be communication, but, our thoughts are communication to ourselves, right? So the things that we tell ourselves about what is possible in life, and maybe that's something you're grappling with. Can I make something work? And you don't see any evidence of it. Maybe you've started something, or you want to start something. Definitely, if you want to start something, what are you waiting for? We have a very good time right now when all the personal planets are direct and out of their shadow period. And this is going to be until the 21st of the month. And the only reason that is significant is because it's allowing somebody to do something, start something where there's more of a clear energy field, where there's not other things that are trying to impede on them. But it's not to suggest that you can't do something at the end of the month, next month, or the month after that. It's just that I'm doing this reading now and I'm just telling you astrologically. I kind of naturally mix in astrological transits with my tarot readings because I'm primarily an astrologer and that's how my brain is wired. So there is really a time, this is really a great time for that because we have had a lot of periods where it hasn't been the best energy for moving forward. And so that's another thing. I think in 2025, we came into the year with Mars retrograde, and then we had Venus retrograde, and then, you know, we have planets that are retrograding right now, but they're outer planets, so they're not affecting us as much personally. But so anyway, what are you telling yourself about your ability to even attract it for yourself, and you may have this ingenious idea that you just have to get off the ground running, in order to have it happen. The higher message, Seven of Pentacles, the Farmer's card. So this makes me think that some of you have attempted to start something. And maybe, I think this is an issue with Sag is I have Mercury and Sagittarius as well. And, Sag is ruled by Jupiter. So we tend to, overpromise, but also for ourselves, we overestimate everything. We're just like overly optimistic about things. And then we get disappointed when things, we have this fantasy that something's going to take off like a rocket. And if it doesn't, we say, okay, screw this, it's not going to work. And that's ridiculous. Sometimes you have to nurture a plant. It's not going to just start growing wildly. And yes, we would love for it to grow wildly right from Jump Street, but it doesn't work that way all the time. And so you have to be patient. I don't think fire signs are known for patience, but we do have a lot of enthusiasm, so I hope that counts for something. But no, we tend to be very impatient. We want what we want when we want it. And if it's not happening, we might think that it's never going to happen, or it's happening too slowly. It's not really, it's kind of, barely making it, and we might be tempted to throw in the towel. So just keep in mind that if you are, even if you want a very good financial return for something, don't quit when you might just be about to make everything happen, is basically what I'm trying to say. What crosses you is the Five of Cups, and this is a card about mourning the loss of something. Now, I want you to understand something, and this is true, and this is what I have realized so much about life, is that we can walk and chew gum at the same time. We can be, when I say mourning the loss of something, it can be something that you had hoped would do something that it didn't do, or maybe something, when we talk about losses, we're usually talking about something that was really good and then it got not so good. And it can feel like it's all over, or that we failed, or whatever, something that is a negative. And yet, sometimes these things are seasonal. You never know what can happen. I was subscribed to a man whose YouTube channel was deplatformed. And I don't know, everything that goes into that. I would assume, I think I have assumed that they just totally get rid of it. But he got his channel reinstated the other day. And I think he said it had been 7 years. something like that. Maybe 8, no, I don't know if it was 8 years, but 7 years. So can you imagine, someone who is doing that for a living and all of a sudden it was taken away from him. And he was smart because he went and he started like doing other things. And I remember in the back of my mind thinking, those things aren't really proven. Like Rumble it just is getting started. I don't think it's going to do anything. People don't get many subscribers on Rumble. And that was, and I think it wasn't even monetized at that time. Or, and he was doing some other things. He just kept finding opportunities. And he managed to get a following in other areas. He was smart. He didn't just sit there and try to do that same thing and be attached to that same thing. So that there might be something going on with you where it looks like it's not happening. In the 8 of Swords, like you feel like oppressed. You may feel like it's coming from the outside, and it might be in a certain way that somebody is doing something to you. But by the same token, if you're not watering your plants, they can't grow. If you think, well, this thing happened to me, I might as well not do anything, that doesn't make any sense. So one of the things that people always point out about this card is that there are 2 cups that are upright, and she's got her back to them. So she's not seeing that silver lining. She's not seeing her opportunities. It's kind of like that pessimistic thinking or feelings, feelings and thinking. They kind of go together. So keep that in mind if there's something because that 10 of Pentacles is still waiting for you. It's still there for you, Sag. If you thought that it was a lost cause. What's coming in is the 8 of Cups. This is the energy of walking away from something that is no longer serving you. This really makes a lot of sense when we talk about the last half of the month because of Scorpio season, because of what it represents to Sag, that 12th house, which is the house of self-undoing, the house of addictions, the house of self-defeating patterns. What is it that you need to let go of, Sag, and walk away from in order to get to the 10 of Pentacles? In order to have this growth that you're looking for with the 7 of Pentacles. And the outcome is a 4 of Pentacles. This is a card of financial security. So there may be some, like for instance, if you have lost a loved one and you're getting an inheritance, of course there's grief. And the grief may kind of overshadow the blessing. And really, or even like a divorce or anything where you receive money from that thing where it's also a loss. 8 of Pentacles means that there is something inside of you that is ready to let go of something emotionally in your life. And that might be the key to unlock the rest of your riches and your blessings. And you see here that she's hugging these pentacles. Sometimes 4 of Pentacles can be excessive preoccupation with finances or greed, those kinds of things. And of course, it's always something to keep an eye out for. I don't think of Sagittarius as those things. I think of Sagittarius as very generous and also very ethical in how they deal with money matters and things like that. But 4 of Pentacles can simply be that it's right under this card. So it suggests that you have the material, the financial security. Doesn't have to be 10 of Pentacles money yet, but it might be enough so that you can pursue that thing that you want to do, that you feel very called to do, that is kind of what the Seven of Pentacles represents, that you're able to have that time to be able to nurture that. So I think of this reading as very good. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a private reading, I do astrology, the tarot, both. I have package deals. Please click on the link below for more information. Thanks for watching. Bye.